Help each other achieve their dreams and you will achieve yours. Blessed Saturday morning mga kaibigan, kapamilya, kapuso at kung ano paman. As always, we started the day with a beautiful quote and this time by Leigh Brown. May idea na ba kayo kung anong topic o issue ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon? Maybe yes, maybe no. Let's see. You'll know more later because we have two special guests with different vocations but the same mission. I think everyone here is familiar with the award-winning documentary show Eyewitness from GMA, no? They featured a lot of insightful, heartbreaking, and inspiring stories. At isa nga sa mga pinag-usapan ng sektor ng edukasyon ay ang documentary na Batang Langoy ni J. Taro. Just a quick recap of the docu for those who haven't watched it yet. It's about a group of elementary kids from Magalumbi Island in the province of Iloilo who pass through islands just to get to school. While their parents are busy making out a living, these kids, such as 13-year-old Raul and 10-year-old Quincy, brave swimming 2 kilometers with about 20 feet of depth just to attend classes despite the bad weather and the threat of jellyfish. Yung nakakabata nga nilang kapatid, gawa nila ang kinakapitan. To think, totoong grabe talaga, no? Some say it was inspiring, some say it was heartbreaking, etc. But personally, I feel both madness and guilt. Kasi alam mo yung at a young age, they have to go through the harsh reality caused by poverty and lack of access to education. Come to think of that. Kaya din na rin ako nagtaka dahil isa rin sa mga pinaka-napaisip at masasabing talagang naapektuhan nito ay ang instructor natin from Ateneo de Naga University, na si Sir John Michael Pascuin. Good morning, Sir JM.
Good morning.
So first, thank you so much sa pag-accept ng invitation ko sa program. Siyempre, to talk about mga batang langoy through the lens of education sector. What could you interpret or digest from that, sir? Sabi nila, ang mga teachers raw di lang matalino, kundi observant rin. May na-connect na po ba tayong theory, study, or model doon?
I think I am. Let me focus first with the concept for me. I mean, before I go on with the explanation din sa mga batang langoy para mas malinaw yung discussion. Is that okay with you, Miss Rain?
Sure, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I remember Robert Stake's contingency or congruency model, or simply Stake's responsive model. He is an American psychologist who deal more inputs with education sector. He simply pointed na we have to see several perspectives in analyzing the process. Tunog overthinking kung iisipin, but it's actually not. Like in any decisions, we have backup plans when plan A fails to achieve the goals we are expecting. He divided the model into two stages. First is the development. It has potential prerequisites or the actual realities or environment of the students concerning learning and development. That includes their attitude, intelligence, and life's personal circumstances that affect not only their study, but also their development as a person. Next is the potential curriculum. That includes the dream method or the dream approach that the teacher wants to use every time they're going to do classes and even life lessons to the students. And lastly is the potential outcomes. What are the competencies, knowledge, and values that we wanted to be incorporated that are being incorporated while we are actually planning our teaching styles to our students? Second stage is the implementation or the evaluation. Same with development, it has three parts. First is the actual evaluation. Did the setting affected the students' learning or that helped? Second is the evaluation of the operational curriculum. What was the actual method being used by teaching any lessons that are concerned? And lastly is the attained outcomes. Are they able to achieve the competencies, knowledge, or values that we wanted the students to learn or even to implement in their own lives?
Okay, Sir JM, itanong ko lang, may steps ba tayong dapat sundin? May kailangan ba natin malaman yung mga disadvantages? Or mas lamang pa rin ba yung advantages sa study niyang tungkol sa responsive model na ito?
Actually, I listed 8, or rather, I saw 8. It's just that i-simplify ko na lang para hindi masyado mahaba sa oras. So basically, ang gagawin lang naman dyan is we need to plan all possible approaches. Syempre, in planning, we need to see the particular realities of the students, their learnings, and even our circumstances as well with the resources that we have and the approaches that we knew every time we encounter all lessons imaginable. And then next, we need to apply the techniques. Then lastly, we need to evaluate if it works. If it does, syempre, we need to improve it para mas maging effective for the students. Kung hindi naman, we just simply change it. Just like in life, bago tayo mag-pursue with any decisions, we need to plan. Then, kapag disigurado na tayo sa mga gagawin natin, we need to do it. Then, as for the advantages, I think it's actually responsive to real-time discussion for class. We can correct immediate mistakes, and if properly implemented, the engagement will be more dynamic and vibrant. The downside, though, is it has no specific focus to the point that it is too generalized. It's labor-intensive. Pwede nating sabihin na matrabaho masyado ito. More work to do to achieve the perfect mix for teaching strategies and curriculum to be implemented. Lastly, it has to be considered since it has a lot of involved individuals or sectors once we actually do lessons. Then, to be honest, I think this method is like we're creating safety nets. It's not like we're actually trying to be perfect in discussing lessons in the class, but we need simply to make sure na we are able to deliver the necessary lessons and the necessary competencies that the students needs to learn while then going back with the Batang Langoy's predicament, I think this is actually a way of seeing different solutions or different perspectives in analyzing their problems. Syempre, you might think na bigyan natin ng bangkayan para makapasok sila sa school. But you think the transportation concerns is the only solution para mas maging effective yung pag-aaral ng mga bata, or we need also to see some other problems?
Thank you so much, sir. It was very insightful na hindi ko talaga alam na may mga technical terms na ganyan. Pero kumbaga alam ko sa sarili ko na knowing na eto nga yun. Pero hindi ko alam na may term. So, appreciated much po ang ating discussion. And sana nga po, Sir JM, no, hindi lang po ako ang na-enlighten sa discussion nyo kasi for sure, madami pa rin nakikinig sa atin. And alam kong mas siguro, posibleng mas nalinawan din sila since na-discuss mo po ito ng mas maigi and hindi lang basta kumbaga analysis sa kung ano ang pinanood natin, but more on the technical side and academic side. Thank you so much, Sir JM.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so of course, our quote of the day won't be complete if we cannot bridge those kids to their dreams. Fortunately, we have a wonderful group who chose them to be their benefactor in their proposed program, which I believe was offered to be funded of UNESCO if I'm not mistaken. Para naman mas lalo tayong ma-excite at malinawan, let me bring you Miss Fanny Orquia, the project head of Hilaya Initiative. Good morning, Miss Fanny.
Good morning, ma'am, and good morning to our listeners. So, in behalf of our Halaya Initiative team, I am here to discuss with you our main goals and objectives of our project in partnership with the UNESCO. Halaya Initiatives is a non-government organization founded this year to initiate community programs that would answer various societal concerns in aid in the betterment of their status quo.
Okay, before we proceed, Miss Fanny, could you please enlighten us more? How did you come up with your very unique name? I'm sorry, very catchy kasi.
Yes, of course. So its name was inspired from the Bicol folklore character Hilaya, a most pursued beings in the heavens, and a strong and adamant woman who wears masks to hide her beauty.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, she was Bulan's sister, right?
And with this, Halia initiative aims to remove the society's mask of ignorance, shame, and hopelessness through different community development programs, which are primarily answering the following societal development goals, such as zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, a decent work and economic growth. The first goal is the gulayan, partnership, which is the cash crop management and livestock management. In addition to the fishery industry, kasi yung pangunahing pamumuhay nila is mangingisda, we are also hoping to let the residents to do farming of vegetables and other cash crops. So, hoping that the malnutrition will be combated along with another livelihood projects. The second is boat investment. It is fiberglass and motorized boats with life vest. Since the community is in island, we need to invest into updated transportation systems. With that, we are hoping to let students be able to attend classes safely. While in class, boat operators can do part-time fishing as well as to diversify income possibilities. We are also doing this to prevent unnecessary actions that might put children or adults' lives in danger. The third one is school supply investments. So along with the updated transportation, we are hoping to invest some traditional school supply like ball pens, markers, notebooks, papers, and alike, so that they are able to continue classes without extra cost. And there must be an investment for art materials for them to do visual arts related activity. Along with that, there must be an investment for art materials for them to do visual arts related to activities. And the last one is some livelihood trainings. So if the budget and time permits, we need to provide some additional test the affiliated trainings for the parents and out-of-school youth. So the trainings varies from maybe carpentry, masonry, cooking, food preservation, electrical troubleshooting, and alike. So that even if some of them are not able to finish academic schooling, they are able to improve themselves technically. And who knows, they can create employment once they decide to do business out of it. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, Ma'am Fanny, itanong ko lang, etong 800,000 na proposal na ito, may sukli pa ba ang UNESCO kung sakaling ito ang mga ganito karami, sasabi natin kabongga ang ating mga programs and plans for the community?
Oh yes po, based dun sa business proposal namin na ginawa, meron pang natitirang almost 90,000 pesos. So, ilalaan namin yun sa posibleng pwedeng additional namin na project for the Magalumbi community.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes po.
Okay, so Ma'am Fanny, itanong ko lang, after our discussion sa budget, sa mga items, programs, itanong ko, anong status na po ngayon? May date na ba or naibigay na ba sa atin yung fund allocation?
Actually po, okay na yung budget and we are waiting for the date kung kailan i-release yung fund na yon para makaproceed na kami at makapag-start na po.
Okay, Ma'am Fanny. Thank you so much po. Thank you so much for letting our program be part of this milestone sa pag-introduce ng inyong programs and also kay Sir JM. Thank you so much to our two special guests. So I guess at this point, the quote of the day was made clearer, and I hope and pray that you were informed and inspired by today's talk. So, till next time, only here at Speaker with yours truly, Rain Palino.